Welcome back to Explain the Charts, your go-to source for in-depth market analysis. Today, September 12th, 2025, we're taking a closer look at Litecoin, which has truly captured the crypto community's attention with its recent developments. The headlines are filled with news of significant institutional interest and pivotal regulatory movements that are setting the stage for potentially dramatic price action. In a groundbreaking move, biopharma firm MEI Pharma recently committed over $100 million of its cash reserves to a dedicated Litecoin treasury. This substantial corporate adoption is a powerful bullish signal, validating Litecoin's role as a legitimate, inflation-resistant asset, much like MicroStrategy's strategy with Bitcoin. Moreover, the crypto world is anxiously awaiting the final rulings on several spot Litecoin exchange-traded funds. While the SEC has extended its decision timelines for major players like Grayscale, Bitwise, and CoinShares to October 10, 2025, the overall sentiment among analysts, including Bloomberg and Polymarket, points to a high probability of eventual approval. An ETF approval would be a game-changer, potentially unlocking billions in new institutional capital and significantly enhancing Litecoin's mainstream appeal and liquidity. Further bolstering confidence, Canadian crypto infrastructure firm Luxfolio is actively seeking to raise $100 million to expand its Litecoin-focused operations, demonstrating long-term strategic investment in the ecosystem. Litecoin's underlying network health is also robust, having processed its 300 millionth transaction by early 2025, underscoring its utility and continuous organic adoption. These collective developments paint a picture of a cryptocurrency gathering significant momentum, both fundamentally and institutionally. Now, let's overlay these powerful news narratives onto the cusp daily chart, observing how market sentiment has translated into price action over the past year. Looking back to early 2024, Litecoin navigated a challenging period, largely consolidating between $70 and $85, punctuated by occasional sharp dips below $70, reflecting broader market uncertainty. A notable bearish event occurred around August 5, 2024, where LTC plummeted to nearly $50, which coincided with a widespread downturn in the crypto space, but proved to be a strong bottom. However, this low became a springboard. From Q4 2024, the market began pricing in the burgeoning institutional interest. November 2024 witnessed a series of impressive gains, with a 14% surge on November 16, pushing it towards $95, followed by another move past $99 by November 23. This initial leg up clearly demonstrates the market's early reaction to positive fundamental shifts and the growing anticipation of regulated investment products. The momentum truly exploded in early December 2024, with Litecoin registering consecutive double-digit percentage gains on December 1st and 2nd, ultimately reaching highs above $130. This period marked a strong conviction buy-in from market participants, directly correlating with reports of unprecedented institutional interest surrounding Litecoin. Yet, rapid ascent often invites profit-taking, and we observed a substantial minus 17.77% correction on December 9th, highlighting the inherent volatility of the crypto market. Undeterred, the bullish narrative returned in January 2025 as LTC saw another multi-day rally from January 15th to 17th, soaring above $137. This strong price action was a direct response to the news of Canary Capital's updated S-1 filing for a spot Litecoin ETF, underscoring the market's sensitivity to regulatory progress. These historical movements clearly show the impact of fundamental news on Litecoin's price trajectory. Let's zoom in further on the daily chart, focusing on Litecoin's journey from March 2025 to the present. Following the highs seen in January and February, Litecoin experienced significant retracements, with a substantial minus 14.25% drop on March 3 and a sharp minus 14.58% decline on April 6, pushing prices back below $80. These deeper pullbacks indicate the market's tendency to cool off after intense rallies, often shaking out weaker hands. However, the persistent buying interest around the $80 to $85 area confirmed a robust support zone, indicating strong underlying demand. Litecoin then staged a notable recovery through May, with a series of green candles pushing its price back above the $100 psychological level and even touching $105. This resilient rebound is a testament to the cautiously bullish sentiment prevailing as buyers consistently step in during dips. As of today, September 12, 2025, Litecoin is largely consolidating around the $115 level. This current stability suggests the market is pausing, awaiting fresh catalysts from the imminent ETF decisions and further institutional moves. For traders, this $115 zone is critical. It represents both a psychological level and a short-term pivot point that will dictate immediate future direction. Transitioning to the 1-hour chart provides us with a more granular look at Litecoin's recent short-term price movements and underlying volatility. Examining the period from August 22nd to August 26th, we can clearly identify a significant price spike on August 24th, reaching approximately $123.68 before a rapid, high-volume rejection. This flash crash type of behavior near a previous high around $128.40 indicates strong supply at these elevated levels, with sellers keen to take profits. Following this sharp rejection, Litecoin entered a period of tight consolidation, primarily fluctuating between $108 and $112. This sideways movement on the hourly chart illustrates a clear battle between buyers and sellers, where neither side has established dominant control. The muted price action suggests market participants are actively positioning themselves, or perhaps sitting on the sidelines, ahead of the major impending announcements, particularly the critical SEC ETF deadlines in October. To truly capture the intraday trading dynamics, let's narrow our focus to the 15-minute chart, specifically an interesting range from September 10, 2025, 1610 Universal Time Coordinated to September 10, 2025, 2355 Universal Time Coordinated. Here, we observe Litecoin consolidating around the $114 to $115 range for several hours, building up energy. Then, precisely at 1610 Universal Time Coordinated on September 10th, we witnessed an explosive, high-volume surge, catapulting LTC from $114.60 to a high of $118.74 within just a few minutes. This rapid price appreciation is a textbook example of how sudden buying pressure, likely fueled by positive sentiment or breaking news related to ETF developments, can trigger immediate and substantial moves. This is the kind of aggressive buying that led Cointelegraph to highlight Litecoin's strength, even when Bitcoin faced selling pressure. Following this initial burst, Litecoin entered a phase of consolidation in the $115 to $116 range, suggesting that while the upward momentum was strong, it still encountered some overhead resistance. The recent core updates on September 11th, which bolstered network security, likely reinforced confidence, contributing to this stable consolidation rather than a complete retracement. For day traders, identifying these high-volume breakouts on shorter timeframes is crucial, signaling potential continuation or profitable scalping opportunities. The ability to pinpoint such ranges, combined with real-time news analysis, becomes invaluable for strategic entry and exit points. All right, let's consolidate our findings with a comprehensive recap of Litecoin's critical price levels, potential scenarios, and key indicators to watch. Cusp is currently trading firmly around $115.87, positioned at a significant crossroads as it processes strong fundamental news and anticipates monumental regulatory decisions. Our immediate overhead resistance levels to meticulously observe are $114.50 and, crucially, the psychological and technical barrier of $123 to $130. A definitive, high-volume breakout above $130 carries a strong likelihood, 75 to 80%, if the SEC delivers positive news regarding a spot Litecoin ETF approval by the upcoming October 10th deadline. Should this pivotal catalyst ignite significant institutional inflows, the highly ambitious $1,500 price target, contingent on successfully clearing the $147.56 Fibonacci extension level, elevates from a theoretical possibility to a low to moderate likelihood, 35 to 45%, in the medium-term outlook. Conversely, an unfavorable outcome, such as an outright rejection or a prolonged delay in ETF approvals, could trigger a substantial retracement. In such a scenario, a retest of the robust $102 support level has a moderate to high likelihood, 65 to 70%, reflecting predictable market disappointment. Further critical downside support rests firmly around the $90 mark, which has historically demonstrated resilience, and the established multi-month lows near $70. In the very short term, the impending September 17th options expiry, involving approximately $120 million in LTC options, is a significant event that could introduce considerable price volatility as market makers adjust their exposures. Long-term, the consistent institutional endorsements from entities like MII Pharma and Luxfolio, combined with ongoing network enhancements like LitVM integration, continue to form a formidable fundamental bedrock for Litecoin's valuation. Always prioritize validating any significant price movement with corresponding increases in trading volume. This confirmation is absolutely paramount for assessing the sustainability of a trend and prudently managing your trading risk. Stay vigilant, keep these critical levels and upcoming events on your radar, and be sure to subscribe to Explain the Charts for more precise, real-time market analyses.